Today, Friday, April the 13th, 2018, is the last day of National Work Zone Awareness Week. VDOT, short for the Virginia Department of Transportation, held several events throughout the valley to bring awareness to work zone safety and to honor and remember those that have lost their lives while serving the Commonwealth as VDOT employees. I personally attended 2 of those events and have the following report. Off of Interstate 64 eastbound, as you descend down Afton Mountain, there is a memorial on the grounds of the scenic overlook at milepost 103 in Albemarle County. This is the Virginia Department of Transportation Workers Memorial. The names of 134 VDOT employees that died while carrying out their duties between 1928 and 2012 are engraved on the memorial. On Tuesday evening, a vigil was held at the memorial in their honor. Speakers at the vigil included VDOT Culpeper District Engineer D.Lynch.
Within the last month, here in the Culpeper District, one of our snowplow operators was struck by a mirror of a vehicle while the operator was checking change on his plow truck. Our employee who was clipped reported that the vehicle was operating at night without headlights, and despite striking our driver, never slowed down. Fortunately, he suffered only minor injuries in his back at work. Others aren't as fortunate.
Owner and CEO of B&S Contracting, Sheila Kramer.
At this year's theme for Worker Zone Safety says, work zone safety is everyone's responsibility. With road work beginning here in Virginia on the highways, we call on drivers to use extra caution in work zones. Road workers are doing their part to build and improve the roads we depend on. So let's keep them safe by obeying posted speed limits and putting those cell phones away.
The Executive Director of Drive Smart Virginia, Janet M. Brooking, as well as VDOT Commissioner Stephen Birch and VDOT Secretary of Transportation, Ms. Shannon Valentine. Also speaking at the vigil was Jeff Thompson. Thompson is the VDOT repair shop manager for the district equipment shop in the Richmond district. Thompson's brother's name is one of the names on the VDOT Workers Memorial. His brother was hit and killed in 1988 while working in a work zone.
But that day, it made me realize now that when I come up on a work zone, or come up on a trooper, or anyone that's working on the side of the road, that to move over. Why don't you take the effort to move over to get away so you won't take that chance of that worker stumbling or something and falling out and getting hit. But until a lot of people, the drivers out of here, until one day they get that call where one of their family members was on a road doing his job, as John said, trying to earn an honest day work, and got hit and killed, that they won't realize that what it does and what it does to your family.
Thompson has been a VDOT employee for 39 years.
We look back that if the move over law had been in, or something back then, my brother might still be here today. He might have as many years, I'm going on 39 years with VDOT. In September, I'll have 39 years. And he started 1 year after I did, so he would have had 38 years if he would have been alive to have been here.
Culpeper District Engineer D.Lynch says a primary way to reduce fatalities on our interstates and highways is to stay focused and avoid distractions.
Primarily is just focus on the roadway and put that phone down and try not to avoid those distractions, and even more so to promote those habits for the younger generation coming up, so that we continue to try to keep our highways safe.
VDOT has been holding these annual vigils for the past 20 years.
To be involved in this vigil and to promote safety is an honor for me as a Culpeper District Engineer, and I really enjoy and I'm honored to be able to do this.
The morning after the vigil, I traveled over to the Virginia Department of Transportation's Verona area headquarters to watch a demo on rumble strips and to view a damaged crash cushion that was hit by a tractor trailer. The rumble strips are fairly new to the Valley, but VDOT Stanton District Communications Manager Sandy Myers says Valley drivers can expect to see rumble strips more frequently from now on.
This is actually the 20th year that VDOT has observed National Work Zone Awareness Week. Today we're going to show you 2 things. We've got our new portable rumble strips. We want to especially feature these because this is something new that people are going to see in work zones. And what it is are rumble strips that folks can put out, our workers can put out ahead of the work zone. It provides an audio signal both for the worker and for the driver. It gives also a driver a tactile information because they're driving over it and they're feeling the vibration of the rumble strip. And of course it's a visual, you'll see that on the road too. What its main feature is to prevent distracted driving. People come through work zones, and when we have a crash, we often hear, "I didn't see the sign, I didn't see you," until it's too late. This is something that gives both the driver and the workers a heads up that, hey, somebody is coming down the road and we all need to pay attention and be alert. Hopefully this will go a long way in saving lives.
VDOT's communications specialist, Ken Slack, talked to us about crash cushions.
We've been using crash cushions for years, and they're really sort of a last line of defense for the workers and for the motorists, because if you miss all of the signs as you approach a work zone, you miss the flagging crews. There is, rather than striking a piece of heavy equipment and causing serious injury to yourself and to a worker on the highway work crew, you're going to run into a crash cushion instead in most cases. It's still going to hurt, but your chance of injury or death is a lot less for you and for the work crew. So we use crash cushions as a way of protecting our crews. It's something you don't want to run into, but if you've missed all of the warning signs leading up to it, it is there as a last line of defense.
This crash cushion was attached to a dump truck in a work zone when an 18-wheeler slammed into it. An undamaged crash cushion is 3 times the length of this one. Even though National Work Zone Awareness Week is in its closing hours for 2018, as drivers, we should all remain alert and aware at all times when we are behind the wheel and avoid distractions. At the Harrisonburg, Virginia VDOT headquarters, Theodore Whitelow for Breaking Through.